Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for the Frame Your Collage 2026 hosted by Nancy Pyter. This week we are on People Are Funny. So this one might be a little wild when it's done. I don't know. I want to play around and try some things, so we'll see. Last week was green. So there is my green. So people are funny. I have started by putting gesso on this, and this is just regular like sketchbook paper, drawing paper kind of thing. My daughter got me this for Christmas, and so it's not really meant for mixed media or wet paint or any of those kind of things, but hopefully the gesso will help. But it is a little warpy now. But that's okay. I'm just playing. This is mine. I'm not going to sell this or anything. So it doesn't bother me that it's like that. So the first thing I want to do, because I put the gesso on here, well, I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm going to do some collage first. Sorry, that was all over the place. I did put a little gesso on these as well, just because I am going to use some oil pastels. So we will see what we got here. And it's just all like book page and old letters and things like that I'm using. No, not. I can't decide what I'm doing. So how are you guys? Hopefully you're doing good. It's a cloudy, yucky day here today, so it's a great day to craft. Had to go this morning, get a haircut. I'm gonna come about here, I think. Strings. So yeah, I just thought I would get the gesso down because that's nothing exciting. I just literally painted gesso all over it so that it accepts any color or paint or whatever I decide to put on it much better than it would otherwise. That is all. So that hopefully it works a little bit better than it did last week with the green oil pastels on there. And this one, like I said, is going to be a little bit kooky and goofy because, you know, people are funny. So that just got my brain going. And we're just going to play and have fun with it. And see what we get when we're done. Because like I said, this is mine. So I can do what I want with it. I'm going to put that piece there. So what are you guys up to? You guys doing this collage as well? Let me know down below in the comments. I would love to know if you guys are participating. Nancy is so sweet and just a wonderful lady. So I hope you guys are, because it's always good to support the people that you love. She's just fun. Always has fantastic ideas. For sure. I think we're going to do a collaboration. Once I finish the journal that I'm working on right now, I haven't decided yet, like, well, we haven't decided, but what kind of collaboration yet. But I'm hoping that Nancy and Carol and Mitzi, and I'm not sure about Linda. Linda's kind of doing antiques right now on eBay. So I don't know that she would want to do one right now, but this isn't wanting to stick as well as normal with the gesso on there. Of course, but we can add regular glue if we need to here and there. I think once it dries, it'll stick fine. It's just sometimes when you first put stuff down on gesso, it doesn't want to. So this is just for background to kind of get us started with something. This down here. A starting point. course, got glue all over that. Darn. So I don't have many stories to tell. I mostly just been working this week. Kids are just working and going to school, which is always good. Boring is good. Oh, except my daughter last night. I felt bad for her. She told me this morning, not last night, but she was sleeping, and at 3 a.m., one of her neighbors, she lives in, they're like, it's like a little community of houses, and they're not very big houses, but there's like a central common area, and it's kind of gated, not locked, but gated, and you know, she has roommates and all that. But anyways, they're fairly close together, each little house. And so she was asleep. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and her neighbor decided to play their drums out on their porch. So she had to call the cops and say, I'm just, you know, trying to sleep over here. I have work tomorrow. So she's like, I just called them and I went back to bed. It's like, yeah, that's probably all you could do anyway. So, but, yeah, so that's the only kind of crazy thing she's had going on. I sometimes wonder what people are thinking, but if I knew that, I would have more answers to a lot of things, wouldn't I? These are oil pastels that I have, and who are they by? I can't remember. Prima, but art philosophy. So they're just water soluble. That's the part that I didn't say, but so they will move around when you put some water on them. And like I said, we're just going to play. So I do not know what this is going to end up looking like when it's done. But that's the fun part of playing, right? Just do some fun stuff. Just for background. I do like these. I played with them a little bit the other day. They're just kind of fun to mess with. And you don't need a ton. They move around pretty good, especially on the gesso. They moved nicely down here. See how they're spreading. And I am no guru on this, so like, I'm merely playing because I like it. But that's how you learn how to do a lot of this, is just by playing. I almost put that in the water. Got a little carried away with the water there. I do like the way it spreads out with the water. And then what I'll probably end up doing, because they are a pastel, is spraying the whole thing when I'm done with a sealer, matte sealer, because otherwise it will get on the paper, and it could also stick to the paper that goes over it. So I don't want that to happen. That wouldn't be good. It helps if you wet it and move it around, then it doesn't do that as bad, but it still can do it, so. Because they're pastels. Okay. And then we put a little, maybe a purple. Yeah, I just felt like playing. And I'm going to use some of the Tim Holtz Distress crayons, because they're, when little bit like that too. They don't move quite as well, but they will, you know, move around with the water. Mine are very old, I think is why they may not move as well as they probably do if they're new. I mean, like real old. I guess that didn't do a whole lot, did it? They just went together, which is fine. I like how this is down here. Let's do. You could color them in entirely, but then obviously you're going to have a whole lot of the color. And it might be more than you want. But these do blend very well, like when they're wet. You can see that you can, if you scrub them a little bit, get the borders to go. But I kind of want to see my shape, so I'm not scrubbing real hard on those. And again, this is, we're making a border or a frame, I guess you could say, but I am going to use the frame too. Okay, so I think I'm going to get that dry, and we might do more because I'm really uneven, but I'm not going to worry about that a whole lot. So I'm going to get this dry and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I'm mostly dry, so that's fine. So now, people are funny. This is what I found. And these are two separate photographs. Like, they weren't together, but they're going to be together on my collage. But it's like this girl dressed in a giant eyeball. She has a beverage. She is flying off. And this, I don't even know. He's like got this bodysuit on that has these ears attached like wings. So I don't know. It was just too kooky. I couldn't pass it up. So, and then I have this frame. I have this. I have a crown for her, and I also have some paper that I found this in my daughter's paint box when I was cleaning out some of her stuff. And so I'm like, those might be fun to play with. So we're going to put a piece of that on somewhere. So what I would like to do, I think, is put my frame about here. What I like is this. It says, if you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. And I thought that was quite good. It's from Karen's grandfather. And that's, I think he had letters, so I don't know if he wrote that. He may not have, but anyways, I'm going to put her about here, I think. It almost looks like a stage, or that's kind of what it reminds me of. And that's going to go on her eyeball. Don't know why, but it is. And then I don't know yet what I want to do with this. Do I want to maybe put it behind here? I know, I just lost the crown. I'll get it again. Maybe like that. I don't even know if I want this. It's just part of a, what do you call it? Flashcard. And I thought it might look kind of cool just because it's a number, just like numbers. And then I might add some color to it. Yeah, I think that's sort of what I'm gonna do. Get her crown back here. So that's gonna go about there. Okay. Yeah, I just thought that was too fun. Oh, let's use the rest of this one up. Glue sticks. That looks like a flower right there. She probably did that on purpose. Okay, I am going to ink this a tiny bit just because it's, you know, those scrapbook frames. They're very white around the edges and stuff. I could have used a color, I guess, but it's fine. We're going to ink the people as well, so... I think that I need no, you don't. I like that. I like the color that that adds behind her, just for some interest. She had this weird antenna on top of her head, and I was like, I'm never going to get that cut out. I found these pictures on Pinterest. So they're fairly easy to find. I think I just put funny vintage photos or something like that. And then I got on these giant heads, so I think I put something about giant heads or something, and all this craziness came up, so. I'm gonna glue her crown on. So she kind of has a flat spot right there, but I also just wanted a crown because, I don't know. Seems like the thing to have on her for some reason. Could go a little cockeyed, a little askew. So I think I'm gonna glue that down and get it stuck. And then I also have a quote, or this. You drink too much, you have questionable morals, you're everything I ever wanted in a friend. So I thought, you know, that works for those two, that works pretty good. Not necessarily my choices, but I just don't drink, so every once in a while I'll have a beer when we go out with everybody, but yeah. Just not my favorite. That is a frame. Wow. That is from when my kids were little, scrapbooking stuff. And I just, for whatever reason, never used this one. I need a paper towel. I do like the color back there, though. Worked pretty good for this craziness. That cracked me up, though, when I saw it. That guy with the giant ear wings. I'm like, what is happening here? That's too funny. She's standing on the edge of the frame here. Got glue. Too much glue. Always too much glue. I think I'd learn. Okay, let's get a little ink on him. I also wanted the bright background because these are, you know, black and white, so they kind of get lost if you just put them on old paper, I feel like. Yeah, no idea what if it was some kind of theater thing or just a questionable life choice. Funny, definitely funny. Definitely funny. I'm gonna actually put him so he looks like he's standing. Sorry, trying to figure out how to. Yeah, don't know what's up with the ears. Don't you wish you knew the story? Could just be a Halloween costume for all I know. It's a good one, whatever it is. I'm going to use my Stabilo All to kind of give him some ground. And a little water, because that's also water soluble. Oh, somebody was asking me. Stabilo All. That is what it is. And I get mine on Amazon, but I think you can get them in art stores, and yeah, I don't think they're super hard to find. I'm gonna just put a little under her foot here too. And do I want anything else? Oh, my 6. I don't know why a 6, but that's what I had, so. Let's use. You could use Distress Oxide to do this too. I just have these right here, and all my Distress Oxides are put away, so I'm not going to go dig through those at the moment. Probably best to let it dry, but here we are. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna put just some kind of dots here and there. Because why not? Right? It's the only thing. They, you know, little chunks come off. It's clearly a party. I mean, come on. A crazy one. The cool thing about these is they go over the top of stuff very nicely. Like they, you know, you can just cover anything over practically. Told you it was going to be over the top. Oh, green. Yeah, it's a little kooky, I know. Sorry. That's good. Just gonna kind of get the other colors off first. I think I need a smaller brush. This one. Probably be smart to use a water pen, huh? Water brush, whatever they're called. Getting carried away here. You do all the same color, then it would work better. Right, right. It's all silliness, but very fun. This is why it's just good to play sometimes, even if it's like, when you get done, you're like, why did I do that? It's just, I don't know, it's good for your brain, I think. It's the childlike thing, right? Which this is definitely got that look. It's just good. Take ourselves too seriously very often. At least I do, I know. Oh, I missed some. I missed lots. I really like how these work on the gesso, for sure. They spread very nicely on the gesso. Or, you know, the color moves around very easily on the gesso, which is nice. More yellows. Pink. These Tim Holtz Distress Oxides work pretty well considering how long I've had mine. Yellow. I'll put one here because there's a weird spot. Some more of those periwinkle. I think I got them. I think I got them all. It's kooky, y'all. It's okay. It's fun. And people are funny. There is no doubt about that. Okay. So I'm going to... Oh, a little stinker, you glue you. It's the nicest thing I can say about it. Thanks, Nancy. I had way too much fun with this today. Can you tell? Okay, that's my Frame Your Collage for People Are Funny. I hope you guys have fun with yours, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.